Yo, stay focused, man's on a mission. Wavy like the ocean, ain't got time for inhibition. Eyes on a prize, lock it in your vision. Straight up, man, that's gotta make a decision. Stay focused, man, I gotta go. Can't be going backwards, I can't be going slow. Gotta take the lead and I gotta steal the show.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing today? I'm back today with another Seas of Survival video. Been doing a little series on Seas of Survival. I did one that listed all of my Seas of Survival, which was just a quick touch on all of them, and I'm going through kind of doing a video on all of them, just kind of a full, little bit more in detail on all of them. Today's is going to be one that, if you're anything into prepping or anything into SHTF or anything into this sort of thing, is the one everybody fixates on the most, and that's combat. Combat's pretty obvious. It's the one where you can actually do something about it. So basically, combat is anything that you can combat with. You know, if you can, obviously that your first choice is going to be a gun. You know, what gun? Everybody has an opinion on what guns are best for SHTF. 22, everybody wants a 22. 22s are good. They're for, you know, around the homestead, around the house, around the, you know, good training gun. It's good to have a 22. Have your, you know, include that in your combat. Don't bet your life on it. Don't go, all right, we're bugging out, grab my 22. Hey, y'all. Sorry to interrupt the show, but I just wanted to just come on real quick and thank y'all for watching. And if you haven't already, and you feel obliged, why don't you go down and do the YouTube stuff real quick? Take a couple seconds and smash that subscribe button, or just tap it, or just hit it, or caress it, or whatever you gotta do. Just hit that subscribe button. According to my analytics, only 10% of you are actually subscribed, and so, I mean, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Hit the, you know, and if you want to support the show in financially a little bit, if you're inclined, no pressure, but there's that super thanks button if you feel like it. There's also memberships if you want to join. Don't quite have any members yet, but, you know, we'll get there. But anyway, just hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up, and, you know, do the stuff. Appreciate y'all. I love you. I wouldn't be doing this without you. All right, now back to the show. Don't bet your life on a 22. But it's good to have for training the kids, small game, you know, shot placement is a thing. You could take someone down if that was all you had. I mean, if that's all you have is a 22, hey, it's better than going up against somebody like this, you know. So, pistol, obviously 9mm. That's like the most popular, the most common. Everybody has 9mm. If you want to do something else, if you like something else, I usually carry a 40 as well. I've got two. I've got a 9 and a 40, so it's kind of rotations depending on what kind of clothes I'm wearing, because the 40 is obviously bigger because it's bigger caliber, bigger gun. And then for your rifle, there's so many different cases for rifle, but if we're talking, you know, most popular, AK-47, AR-15 for like your combat rifle. It doesn't matter. Pick your poison. I prefer the AR just because it's more popular and it's easier to shoot. It's lighter weight. Ammo's lighter weight. I don't know as far as cost-wise. I haven't really looked into AKs. Wouldn't mind getting one just to have one, but maybe try it and see if I like it better. But ARs are typically lighter and easier to carry if you do have to like bug out and you have to carry it with you. ARs are lighter. You can put more ammo's lighter. That way you can fit more food and water and other supplies in your rucksack, bug out bag, or whatever it is you want to call that bag. It's even it, and then for long gun, 308. You know, my family, we've got a lot of 30-06. Those work too. I think 308 is probably a little bit more prepper common because it's, I don't know, it's rounds are cheaper, they're easier, they're, you can also do the 7.62 by 51. It's, it's more versatile. I don't know a lot of the ballistics between the two, but I know the 30-06 is a little bit more powerful, but and there's all kinds of, everybody has their opinion. These are just my opinions. These aren't the, oh yeah, go get this, go get this, go. It's just a, kind of more like a, this is what I have type of thing. If there's something you prefer, but just remember that when it comes to the ammo, you better be stocked up. Because if you're not, you're your own resupply. It's like if your whole crew is running AR-15s, but you're like, nope, I'm running an AK-47. You're in charge of your own ammo. Everybody else could, hey, I'm out, throw me. Hey, I'm out, throw me. And, you're out, you're out of luck. That's the thing. So, consistency within the group, commonality within your mag. You may hate the AR, but if everybody else wants an AR, you probably should get an AR, and that should be your loadout weapon. Or have a good plan for your ammo. And that goes with everything. Pistols. Wouldn't hurt to have all the same pistol. Not a big Glock fan myself, but if my whole mag has Glock 19s, or I should probably think about getting a Glock 19. It's just simple as that. I'm not a big Glock fan. Not saying they're bad guns, but I'm just not a fan of them. So it's if the whole mag's running Glocks, I should probably get a Glock for at least that situation. Train with it, practice with it, and that's my bug out gun. Because I can switch out mags. I can, some people like to do the Glock 9mm with a pistol caliber carbine that takes Glock mags. So they don't have to double up their ammo. So they can just fill up with Glock mags. And if they have to switch to their handgun, they can pop that magazine out of their rifle, pop it into their handgun, and off you go. Not a bad idea. I don't think your ballistics are as good out of a 9mm carbine as it is out of a 5.56 carbine. But it's definitely something that can be done, So, but commonality is a thing, and hey, that could be another C, commonality. But combat, and then your shotgun, 12 gauge. Obviously, everybody has their preferences. Pump action, semi-auto, Turkish, AR style. Everybody has their breed. I'm not here to tell you which one to go get. Go get one. A 12 gauge. 12 gauge for, yes, everything. Slugs for killing deer. Buckshot for also killing deer. Or self-defense. Birdshot for, you could do self-defense with birdshot if you had to, but, just get some. And other people might ask, well, how many rounds? Well, there's benchmarks. Set yourself some benchmarks. I'd say at least 1,000 of each at minimum. I mean, that's like bare minimum, 1,000, just to have on hand. I mean, if you can afford more. But I know for me, the way the economy is right now, and it's getting pretty tough, I can buy a box or so once a month ish. Sometimes I'll go a little bit more and buy, my AR ammo I can buy every 2 months or so because it's a little more expensive to get a good box. A box of 200 rounds is $150. Can't afford that all the time. I got bills to pay. But a box of every here and there, if you budget in a box of 9 mil and a box of whatever other caliber, even if it's a small box of 25 5.56, yeah, that's not going to fill your magazine, but it's going to add to your stack, add to, but which is the other thing about at least AR. At the moment, AR magazines, the 30 rounders, the high capacities, they're really not too bad as far as like expensive, 10, 12, $15. I try to every time I go to the store, grab a couple. Grab a couple. I mean, I've probably got, I mean, I don't have hundreds of them, but I've probably got at least 50. Most of them I try to keep loaded. I think there's a few I haven't loaded yet. And I try to get some, different colors. I try to keep them to where, because I usually go to the same place and they're usually the same. But sometimes they'll have different colors. They'll have different round count. They'll have some 10 rounds. They'll have some 20 rounds. And try to keep a variety of them. But I try to get a lot of the 30 rounders because those are the ones that they're trying to take away. I want to have as many as I can before that happens. And they're fairly cheap. So you buy a couple, you buy a box of 9, box of 40, box of 12 gauge shells, box of 22, and a couple AR mags. Pistol mags, I try to keep some of those on hand, but they're a little more expensive. They're like $40 for my Hellcat Pro. But I think I've got like 6 of them. Wouldn't hurt to get a couple more, but 6 is pretty good. On my SHTF loadout, which is another topic, I'm only going to be carrying one of the gun plus 2 more. At least on my person. Might throw the rest of them in the rucksack or on my chest rig. But standard loadout. Well, let's do round count to stay first. At least 1,000 on your carbine, if not more. I'd say at least 2,000, 3,000 on that, because that's your primary weapon in SHTF situation. Your go-to is going to be your carbine, whatever it is. If it's AK, if it's AR, if it's pistol caliber, if it's whatever, that's going to be your main go-to firearm. If your pistol, 1,000 rounds, 500 rounds, shoot for 1,000. Shotgun, shoot for 1,000. Long gun, 500. You're not going to be using the long gun as much. For a loadout, like you grab your gear and you go, you want at least 10 plus 1 in the gun. 1 in the gun. My chest rig has 1 in the gun, and I can put 6 on my chest rig, and then I can carry 1 or 2 on my belt, if that, and then the rest of them go in the rucksack. And that's about it. But anyway, this is a little bit longer video. Sea of Survival Combat. Again, do the YouTube stuff. If you have any more questions or comments, or if I forgot anything, let me know. And do the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Love you. Couldn't do this without you. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next one.